Hello. Today we are going to talk about finding quality secondary sources to get started with our NHD project research. We will begin with secondary sources because they provide a complete overview of our topic, including background events that led to it occurring, the important details about our event or topic, different people's perspectives, as well as its impact, both at the time it occurred and even yet today. So we are going to use a database search engine available from the AEA called GALE. To get there, we are going to start at Google, and in the search bar, we are going to type in AEA online learning. And some resources are going to come up. We're going to go down to the one that's called AEA Digital Resources. I'm going to click on that, and when it opens up, we're going to see a bunch of different options. We are going to go to the one called GALE, and we're going to open that up. When we click on GALE, it will go to a new screen, and we're automatically logged in when we're at school, so you won't have to deal with passwords and logins. So when we get here, we'll notice that it's set on elementary, and we want to find resources that are above the elementary level. So I'm going to suggest that you click on all. You can go ahead and do that. So we'll go to all databases, and we can then click on all databases. When we go into it, it's going to give us a number of different options. I think the one that I'd like you to pick is the one called GALE General 1 file. We'll click on that. And then up here where it's in the advanced search, you'll type in your topic. And I'm going to do a sample topic, the interstate highway system, which came along in the 1950s to connect the United States of America with, the giant highways. So I'm going to type that in, and then I'm going to hit return. And it's going to come up with a number of different articles that we could choose from to read. One of the things I want you to make sure, you'll notice that there's 4,420 magazines. It might be a good place to start with magazines. The reading level tends to be better. But make sure when you get here that you go over to the right side where it says to filter your results and make sure that this full text documents is clicked. We don't want to get 50-word documents. We want full text documents. And we will go ahead and come over here. A good one to start with, this one says, the title says Interstate Highway System 50th Anniversary. It's by a magazine called Construction News. And when I look down here, it says that it's 1,281 words, which is pretty good length. The one right below it is only 456, and that's pretty short. So we want something of decent length that will give us quite a bit of information and understanding about our topic. So I think I'm going to start there. You may have to scroll through and look for different, possible articles. You can always click on them and see if they look like they might be good, and maybe not. You might have to go back to your list. But we're going to start with this one. I'm going to click on it. It's going to open up, and I can scroll through and look at it. It looks like a decent length article that would tell me quite a bit about my topic and about its impact. So maybe this is where I'm going to start. Notice that there's some things at the top, like if I want to listen to it, it will allow me to do that. And I'm going to want to, number one, if I'm going to use this particular article, once I decide I'm going to use it, I definitely want to get the citation off of here. It's in MLA 9th edition. That's what we want to use. So I am going to go ahead and copy that, highlight it, and then hit Command C. And then I'll be able to copy it over to my note-taking document and later to my annotated bibliography. So anytime I find something I'm going to use for sure, I want to get it cited immediately. And this one is nice because it cites it for us. So I'm going to do that right away once I decide I want this. The second thing I am going to do before I even read it is I want to save this article so that in case I want to look back at it later, to refer to it later on when I actually make my project after I've read it and take notes, I have it available to me. So I'm going to go up here. You'll notice that there's a Google button. There's a couple of extra steps if you use that one. Instead, I'm going to ask you to download it. So you can either go here with this down arrow or up here with the download arrow and download the article. So I'm going to do that. You'll notice that it pops down to the bottom of my screen right there. I have already opened up my Google Drive folder for my project. So if we look here in my drive, I have my Turner Interstate Highway System folder, just like you have a folder with your names and your topic. And I want to put this article in my secondary source folder. So all I'm going to do is click on it and drag it into my secondary sources. And you'll see that it's doing that. When I open it up, there it is. I can open the article and I can read it. So I've got it right at my disposal right now and also later on. Okay, so that's a tip. Get that saved, and then you never have to wonder where that article went. And I think that you'll have a successful start to your research experience by doing that. Thank you for listening, and good luck.